Welcome to the channel. I'm Damien Jordan. This is Damien Jordan is Trending, where I'm covering trending topics from news, sports, entertainment, and politics, providing reports and then providing commentary, the best that I can. So let's take a look. This is regarding the Israel-Hamas war, and this is just consistent consequences of what happened on October 7, 2023. So what's going on is there are protests on college campuses as there's a call to ceasefire, obviously, in Gaza. And so this article, courtesy of Fox News, Trump says 4 words. Former President Donald Trump says 4 words about anti-Israel protests on college campuses as arrests skyrocket because a lot of protesters who are in grief over what's going on in Palestine are protesting in the United States, and it's becoming a security issue because it can become, if it's not controlled, what's going on, it can turn violent, and that is the last thing that anyone wants. So I will read the report and provide commentary either within while I'm reading this report or after the fact, whichever is more feasible. So let me provide the report. Former President Trump weighed in on Monday about the anti-Israel demonstrations that are rolling U.S. college and university campuses. Rolling. I would say inundating U.S. college and university campuses. Instead of rolling, I would say inundating. While the presumptive 2024 Republican presidential nominee is not due in the courtroom on Monday, he spent his morning on Truth Social weighing in on his trial. So he's in New York, obviously, on his hush money trial, which is a criminal trial, which he could actually serve prison time. So he's not due in the courtroom on Monday. This post also included a post about the students who are protesting Israel's war with Hamas, the terror group that governs Gaza. Okay? Stop the protests now, Trump said in an all-caps post on Truth Social. The post comes as a number of students and anti-Semitic agitators arrested at the nationwide demonstrations approach 900 since New York police removed an anti-Israel protest encampment at Columbia University on April 18th. The students are protesting the rising death toll in Gaza amid Israel's effort to eradicate Hamas. The real enemy is Hamas in this, it appears. There's no question, I would think. Which carried out the deadliest attack in the country's history on October 7th, of course, as I said earlier, 2023. The subsequent war has resulted in over 34,000 deaths, mostly civilian women and children, according to the Gaza Ministry of Health, though that data could not be verified. The anti-Israel groups are calling on their respective colleges and universities to end any investments in companies that support Israel's military and their actions in Gaza. Students have remained on campus despite several schools demanding they cease their encampments. Trump's comment on Monday morning came amid other posts about crooked Joe Biden. That's what Trump calls Joe Biden, crooked Joe Biden, who he called the worst president in the history of the United States. Trump also addressed the various lawsuits he is facing, which the Republican candidate described as election interference. Hundreds of protesters were arrested at various college campuses across the U.S. on Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday morning as the disruptive demonstrations continued over the weekend. About 275 people were arrested on Saturday at Indiana University at Bloomington, Arizona State University, and others. Police in riot gear arrested approximately 102 students at an encampment on the campus of Northeastern University in Boston on Saturday. Also on Saturday, police removed mass protesters and arrested more than 100 people at Washington University in St. Louis, including students and university employees. Late Sunday and into Monday morning, campus police at Virginia Tech in Blacksburg, Virginia, physically carried some protesters from an encampment and arrested them. The nationwide campus protests have surged since students at Columbia University, widely seen as the epicenter of the current protest, formed an encampment by pitching tents. They're pitching tents at these campuses to protest because clearly they can't. Well, I'm not going to say they can't stand, but they don't want to stand for a long, reasonable time. So they're going in for the long run. So they're bringing tents with them. Is what I meant. So they're conjuring strength, but they need the tents because everyone needs a roof over their head. It appears even protesters who want to protest for a long period of time. So they cannot be blamed for wanting tents, for wanting to have a roof over their heads. So I'm going to repeat this last paragraph. The nationwide campus protests have surged since students at Columbia University, widely seen as the epicenter of the current protest, formed an encampment by pitching tents at the heart of campus. They have vowed to stay put until the university divests from Israel. Bye.